Hey guys, I know it's been a little bit. I've been kind of quiet. I've been I've been on break, so no real excuses. I've just been kind of chilling and absorbing everything. I just have a handful of things to say for the moment. Well, one, Happy New Year. It's January 1st of 2026, so we're starting off a whole another year. I am hearing there are a lot of fractures within the MAGA movement, within the Republican Party itself, from members of Congress to the pundits, the brigade of paid actors that prefer to try to keep us all divided. They're all fighting, so that's fun. The MAGA base itself, like I follow Cult College. You guys may have heard me talk about her before. She used to be in the Mormon cult, and she used to be a Republican. And she kind of came out of all that and is trying to help people that are trying to get out, and also coaching other people that have people that they're close to that are part of the cult of MAGA and other cults, and trying to help people learn how to navigate all that stuff, because it's a difficult process. But she's in a lot of right-wing spaces on social media, and she's hearing a lot of frustration from people that identify as MAGA, people calling for Trump's impeachment. They're pissed off about the Epstein files. They're pissed off about costs not going down. If anything, everything's gone up. They feel betrayed. They're not a big fan of how much support Israel's getting, all that stuff. They're not wanting to vote for anybody in the Republican Party that are the people that are incumbent, the elderly folk in the Republican Party. There's some overlap with the populist right and the populist left about our disdain for anybody who takes AIPAC money, who takes PAC money, that is just has been in Congress and not really doing anything for the people. Like, we're sick of the establishment. We're sick of the corporatists. We're just tired of our interests not being served, and it's not okay to support Israel. Like, MAGA is realizing that it's a genocide, and innocent people are being displaced and murdered and all that, and they're tired of our money being spent that way. Some of them are noticing that their healthcare expenses are exploding. People have lost jobs, all that stuff. So it's not looking good for the establishment. And even that being said, like, Gavin Newsom wants to make a run for president, but he doesn't support a wealth tax for billionaires, which is completely untenable. I don't like him because of how he's dealt with the homeless population and trans people. He threw them under the bus. Like, I'm a firm believer in human rights for all people. Listen, you have to get past your discomfort or whatever in regards to trans people. All people in America are supposed to have equal rights under the law. It shouldn't be the case where we have literally like over 1,000 pieces of legislation attacking a vulnerable, marginalized community of people. Nobody should be being targeted that way. It's clear discrimination. And what happens to one group of us can happen to all of us. Like, you have to pay attention to how these things tend to happen. And as rights are stripped away, our security is stripped away, we're all impacted. Like, they're making a list of people that have tried to change their, like their pronouns on their documents and all that stuff. They're literally trying to make, I think so far already in Texas, it's basically illegal to exist as a trans person in Texas. Now, you may not think that impacts you, but you should care. You should care. I wouldn't want that for, I wouldn't be okay with any politician passing some kind of law that says, just because you're part of the MAGA movement, you're not an American anymore. I've been a little bit spicy with my language, but it's mostly just to wake people up that, people are very upset about how destructive things have become in this country against all of us. And any one group can be animated, and then that could be used as a political force to change the country in ways that then you can't take back. I mean, at least not for a long time. So it's going to be interesting. And there's more and more stuff coming out because of the Epstein files. I just heard an interview from the person that calls themselves Katie Johnson. It's an alias to protect her identity, but she's giving details. This 13-year-old at the time had sexual activity with Donald J. Trump at Epstein's mansion back in the day when she was 13 years old. That's illegal. Like, she was being sex trafficked. Like, it's just on and on and on. And then as of today, the healthcare shit's going to hit the fan, or it's hitting the fan. People are getting crushed. They're talking about garnishing wages for students. More and more jobs are just not available for people. You should hear some of the horror stories of people that have been trying to get jobs. There's just not enough good jobs to go around. And a lot of places, they're just not hiring anymore. They're eliminating entry-level positions. They're eliminating some mid-level positions because companies have been convinced that they can get this stuff done with AI. Oh, by the way, I want you guys, please go ahead and check out my Patreon account, because I have grown that thing significantly. There's like over, I think it's like 200 and something videos now. Like, I have a bunch of videos of my stuff, but I really want people to understand some of the most important issues. So I share, stuff that's been covered by investigative journalists, some people that have written books on some of this important stuff, and some of my other favorite content creators that I think are very responsible with the way that they handle giving factual information about things that we all should be concerned about. And they're clear about whatever bias they have when they're giving opinions. And I think that's how we should be handling these things. But yeah, that's where you can find all my stuff ad-free from my videos. And I invest a lot of time listening to literally thousands of hours of going through content and stuff that I've read and trying to put together resources, trying to give you guys tools. So we don't have anything without truth, without the facts. And there's no path to change unless we understand what's going on and we understand the tools and the resources and the actions that we ourselves can do. Instead of feeling hopeless and helpless, we have to engage. And that's how we make change. And also, we have the new mayor that just got sworn in with Bernie Sanders, the GOAT. GOAT. I think Bernie Sanders is amazing on a lot of different things. And he's been consistent throughout the years. I don't worship the man. As far as politics go, he has been somebody who's been really consistent and a voice and a fighter for the people for a really long time. And then he swore in Zohran Mamdani, and I think he is a generational candidate. We're still going to hold him accountable for whatever he does, good, bad, everything in between. But I think he is a change candidate. And, again, we will watch and see. But he has every intention, from what he has stated, his words, that he plans to keep using the movement that he has formed. And he's asking us to do the work. Well, really New Yorkers. But I think nationwide, we all have to do that too. And that is governance. That is self-governance. That is us getting involved, taking responsibility, having civic engagement be part of our regular life, because that's how change happens. Because the people that want to do horrible shit or other things, there's always people that are busy doing things. And when we get complacent, that's when the things start to slip away and we miss things that are important. And we can't do that. Democracy is a verb. It requires our action. Part of our civic duty is to stay informed and also take part. All right, you guys have a happy new year. We're kicking it off, watching stuff fall apart a bit for the right wing, but got to be careful about the vacuum that's created. And to hell with the establishment Democratic Party. If they don't want to move in the right direction, we're going to bowl them right over. Because F this establishment BS, F wasting taxpayer money on BS. The government should be working for us because it's of us, by us, for all of us. Get rid of that idea that government is not supposed to serve the people. I don't know where people are getting that from. I'm guessing it's the people that want to privatize everything and want to pretend that, things are only bad for people because of their individual actions. That doesn't work. That doesn't make any sense in a system that we are all part of, and it has an impact and an influence on us. We go after people like myself on the left, and people that are smart across the spectrum understand that the influence of the wealthy has an impact on everything. There's downstream effects everywhere. You can feel it, experience it. You can't call me crazy when I can point in every direction that is influenced by these people. And it's a system that's rigged against us for them. And that's the part that I want to fix. I'm not saying they can't exist as people. I'm just saying they can't have so much wealth that it corrupts democracy around the world. You cannot have that much of an influence on everything because we are all in it, and the system needs to serve all of us. Whatever form of government that requires that we're all saying, yeah, let's try this for a bit and see where it goes. All right. but no violence. We have to have actual justice, a just system for all. All right, bye.